All right, Corey. So just go ahead and start off by telling us growing up East Chicago, Indiana, and some of your early influences in sports.
Oh, well, growing up, I stayed in Prairie Park, Harborside, went to Block Junior High. Played a little football outside, little street ball, little basketball, bitty ball. But, growing up, watching football, Bears, Walter Payton was my guy. True Bears fan to the heart. Go Bears. I like the people like that. Chris Carter, just 'cause good hands. I really like football players, especially defense. I like people like Mike Brown, Mike Singletary, Dick Buckets, people like that. I watched a lot of football when I was young, so I had a lot of influences and stuff like that, man.
So what peers did you have competitions with growing up,
Uh,
or what older peer in the city did you want to model your game
Oh
after?
man, my peers were real competitive, like Willie Lewis, Chris Browder, Derek Wilson, Adrian Lewis, Benny's, people like I'm around them like 24/7, so it was real competitive, especially on the field, basketball, even playing the game, anything. So and then my brother played for Rodney Reynolds, he played Jahi Garrett, all them, Aaron Smith, people like that. I watched all football all the time with them. They ran track and stuff, so I had a lot of motivation though at first.
Okay. So now you enter East Chicago. Like you said, growing up,
Yeah.
you playing a lot of great competition. Now you decide to play football and basketball, right? Or what?
Yes, I played both. I played freshman basketball, then I played freshman football when I
Okay.
first got that ninth grade.
So give us more insight on what your goals were as a freshman playing football and also playing basketball.
When I first got in, I wanted to play sports. Period. All my peers before me, like I said, my friend Carl, Rodney, everybody they played sports. They stayed in tune to it. So I wanted to come in and try to be a good athlete. Play both versatile and try to take it further.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you do your freshman year in football?
I think did pretty well. I was a good wide receiver, you know what I'm saying? I stayed on the whole year, played free safety on the other side of the ball, had a couple of good coaches, that really stayed stuck to me, you know what I'm saying? So I had a pretty solid year, I say, my freshman year, especially in basketball too, though. So I was doing both at the same time. So I like I like the basketball a little bit more, but football was more exciting because they had me on both defense and offense, and I tried to adjust to it.
So why did you like basketball more?
Um, I just like basketball. I always love playing basketball, just getting into the hoop, the physicalness, I like.
Because what's going on is that East Chicago is known for basketball,
Yeah.
and I feel like basketball has taken away a lot of our great athletes that could have played football.
I understand that.
So was that kind of the same effect you had because you wanted to be glorified in basketball as well, or was it just?
Well, it's just football came later. Like I had a couple friends. It wasn't the football program for like Pop Warner and stuff. I ain't get too familiar with. So it was always basketball. I started off bitty ball. I had like for Franklin. I was third grade. I was starting the bitty ball for them. We had to be in fourth grade. So I was always in basketball before football even came along. So that's why basketball is passion.
Okay. Now you're a sophomore at Central.
Mm-hmm.
Now what's your insights?
Same
and
thing.
goals?
Same thing. I was going to training camp. Summer camp for football. Still doing that, then doing conditioning for basketball. I was on the JV my sophomore year, and then I still played football until I was a wide receiver, but I was only on one side of the ball my JV year. So it started to dwell down a little bit. I lost a little bit of passion for the football. So,
okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing I want to touch on because, like as you said, you and I are friends.
Yeah.
I grew up with you, and you was a hell of a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Come my senior year, there's no Corey Morris
No.
on the football team.
Yeah, man.
What happened?
Started wrong. Being in high school, it's a lot of temptation. On and off the campus. I started hanging around different crowds, man. Started doing different things, and then my heart wasn't in the right place for the game right then. So I wasn't even taking it serious no more. Seriously, I was just into other things. But I always stayed in tune with, as far as my friends and everybody all staying in tune to it. It just I lost the passion for a while.
Me, you talked about earlier about how you wanted to play football, and you had some type of, not really an altercation, but you had some type of verbal confrontation
Oh yeah.
with Coach Richards. Go ahead and go into that.
Well, see, I ain't gonna take nothing. Coach Richard, how you doing, man? It wasn't too much like it's just how he brought about it. I started hanging around, but then I started the game that heart back. Trying to get back right. I want to go back. Cause all my friends still into the football, and I'm off in the streets doing all this little crazy stuff. So I tried to get back in tune. Started getting my grades. I got my grades back right. and you know, I was still trying to do the basketball thing, but I wanted to play football first, so I was still going to the practice and stuff. But then, you know, just a little dogging out. You know, he used to dog me out a little bit. I mean, it come with the game, you know, with anybody. But it just, you know, I just didn't feel the love he had for me, you know, as far as a player or a person with the game. You know, even through my situation, he know what I was going through. But you know, you veer off, you probably cling on to other players because you see they strong enough into it. Like, well, he's more passionate than this person, so I'm just gonna go shake my love this way, and then, you know, whatever he do, it's done, you know.
Okay, so basically what you were saying was that towards the end, towards the first start of football, you was ineligible to play.
Yeah.
And Coach Richards was talking negative towards you.
It was just not all the time. It was just like in practice, the little slick talking, you know, calling me out, you know, after practice sometimes, saying a little stuff. But it was cool, you know. I just was like, you know, to BS, fuck him, you know. That's what I was really on. So I was like, I don't care, you know. But the other coaches was still good, you know. I had Coach Tom still come talk to me and stuff like that. But I ain't feel it, so I just left it alone.
Okay. Now, come your senior year. Do you get interested in still playing football?
Oh yeah, that's what made it the year when I went to condition though. For I didn't feel like I said the love was there, so I took it more towards the basketball with the condition, you know, with the team. But then my grades was right, so but nobody ain't come talk to me while my grades was down, you know, and all that. When I'm ineligible, it wasn't too much talk to me. Or what's up, Corey? That's it. That was all it was.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got the progress report, you know, saying that I was eligible. Then that's when he came to me like, well, I know you're going to play, but how he came to me, it wasn't like in a good passion type way, like, I know you did good, come on, let's go and get this together, and you come onto this field. It was like, oh, now you eligible, so what you going to do? You going to play, right? So I took it as, no, I'm all good with y'all, man.
Okay. Do you regret not playing football?
Oh, yes. Real talk. I mean, I had a lot of regrets, you know, from veering off, you know what I'm saying, not sticking to my heart, you know what I'm saying, because I had a lot of heart for it, but, yeah, it's hard right now, but hey, everything happens sometimes, so I can't even knock it now.
I mean, because I put a lot of emphasis on that, Corey, man, because I seen the talent in you.
Yeah.
And I knew it. I'm not just sitting here talking about it, man. You was a hell of a wide receiver. And so I just wanted Corey Richards to know and the world know, like, why you didn't play your senior year.
Yeah, my heart was just, you know, it wasn't back into it like I was the first, you know, freshman, sophomore year. Into the junior year, at first it was, and like I said, I started hanging around a different crowd, and then the love was lost for a while.
Now let's go into basketball. You was coached by Coach Miles, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Give us your insight on your basketball career at Central.
I played my freshman, sophomore, junior year. You know, I tried out freshman year. It didn't go so well, you know. As far as Miles, I think he was a good coach on some aspects of the game. As far as like dictating your outwork, as far as like your life, you know, outside the court, you know, he tried to get into, make sure you got a curfew and all that. That was cool and all, though. But as far as me like playing for him, I came to the practice, you know, I tried out, I want to say, but he had me believing I was going to be a part of the team. You know, the private sessions on Saturday, a 5-on-5 with just the elite, you know, and then for half of the football players, no disrespect to no football players, they still playing football, and I'm giving my all, and then for them to come in and not even try as hard as I did, running 20 minutes a day, both before practice and now, and then they could just come and they had a little spot on the team. That really got me kind of irritated.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what could you have done better? Was it something that was between you and Miles, or what?
I don't really know. That's a question you probably have to ask him. You know, I thought he was a good person. You know, he went to my church and everything. That don't have nothing to do with the point. You know, it's just I feel, you know, he probably had something else, a hidden agenda or something. And maybe he ain't feel I was worthy or not. But that was just, you know, he had the call to do so. So that's all I can say.